Well, I came to St. Paul's as an infant.
It was about 30 years ago. Our first child was being born. Walked into St. Paul's, and really the people that we met here really was one of the main reasons we started coming to St. Paul's. So.
I introduced myself to the associate, who was John McCann at the time. He was on a community board with Gordon, gave Gordon my phone number. That's how we met.
Since 1891, the people of St. Paul's have been worshiping in some part of Midtown Kansas City. Since 1906, it's been in this building. Explicitly or implicitly, the people who gathered in those days knew of us, imagined a people that would be gathering to worship and to serve their neighbors in this place. And we stand with them. They are surrounding us in that great cloud of witnesses as we all look now towards the future, to the next people who will come.
I think this is such an important parish. I think it's a really important parish for the diocese.
This is a place where I think we can do a lot of good work for a lot of people and support the members of the church as well as the outside programs.
St. Paul's is very focused on serving the community around it, whether it's the food pantry, Meals on Wheels, and then some of the other ministries like Haiti, things like that were very attractive to us and allowed us to kind of live the word as opposed to just come and listen to it and, go home.
St. Paul's has just been really a great community to grow up in and now to raise my kids in. It's sort of steady, constant in the community, even though, as my dad said, the community's changed a lot around it, but it's still this stable force in the community, and you kind of know that you're going to expect to see people that you know and care about and that care about you when you come in the doors.
It was easy to want to bring our kids here because there was such a positive message. We really told our kids that, acolyting is something that you do for your church. Like mom and dad deliver meals, mom and dad serve on the vestry. So I think having St. Paul's was an easy way for us to get our kids to know that service aspect of life.
I once heard it said that legacy gifts are a love letter to the future, that we are saying to whomever's coming after us, we have this special thing that's been given to us that we love, that has changed us, and we want you to have it too. All of these gifts are signs and symbols of a hope that is in us.
When you're 25, it's really hard to think about hopefully being 90 or 95 years old. I mean, that's so far away for somebody that age. But I just think making the commitment is just a good idea. You've done something, no matter how small the gift is. It's a gift, it's an intention. And I think that's important.
I would say now is the time to do it because, as Christians, as humans, we know that our time on earth we never know when that's going to end. And I think it's easy to put something like a will or a trust or a bequest off. I mean, we did it for 10 plus years. And it was kind of weird when we sat down with that attorney and talked about our death. It was a little weird, but I've always come from the perspective of, let's do it when we're healthy and when things are good, because it's a lot easier to talk about it then.
Yeah, regardless of your age, I think one way to think about it is it's a gift to your family, because if something does happen, you've got a plan, you've made a plan, and they don't need to worry about it.
Every time I learn of a new gift that somebody has made, I find it deeply inspiring that people would continue to say, this is worth it, and this is where I want my own legacy and my own hopes to continue to take root.
The legacy giving and commitments to support St. Paul's long term are just so important so that this place can be here for generations to come. Knowing that so many members who have come before us in a church that's over 100 years old did the same thing for us, I feel like it's important for us to also be stewards and to give back and to take care of what they've given to us so that we can continue to pass it on for generations, hopefully for Henry and Lillian and potentially their children down the road, because I think it's just an important asset for our community.
With our experience on the vestry, to know, like Chris said earlier, how much it takes to keep this parish here in this beautiful space and in a part of town where we do so much good. it takes a lot, and it just is very comforting to me with how much I care about this place to know that the small amount that we will be contributing is going to be a part of continuing the legacy here.
I hope that the legacy that this place always has is that it was true to the faith that God has given to us, that it was loving in all things, and that it was always a place where people who were in need of any kind were filled because they were seen as though they were Jesus.